Hello, this is me here. I'm here. This is me. I just want to talk to you people about me. So, yes. Hold on. So, I just want to say that I'm Grant. I'm a 22-year-old male. And I'm a grown man because years ago I finished high school when I was 19 years old. Yeah, and I barely went to college or community college because I don't know, because how expensive it is. Well, okay, I just want to talk about me dealing with mental health. Yeah, I've been dealing with mental health issues since I was young. Mental health, I'm struggling with it. And I have ASD, autism spectrum disorder, and I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. Yeah. I don't know. I can get distracted very easily. Yeah. I've been like this since I was young, since I was a child, and people barely they can understand what I had to say. Years ago. I don't know why I'm saying this, but it's a true statement when I say that because I had issues. I had issues in school. When I was a child, I had issues in elementary school. Well, I had issues with that because I've been doing stress out issues since I was younger. Yeah, and I don't know because my mental illness was just I had autism when I was born because my dad's age caused that. Because I never got to meet my dad because he died before I was even born. Yeah, my dad died before I was even born. My mom has to raise me, my brother, my sister on her own like this. And this caused her to be scared of the world because when you lose a father, death, grief, or loss of someone, it causes that person to be scared of the world because there's anxiety illnesses and depression. Yeah, death, loss of a loved one or someone close increases that. Yeah, because overprotective mothers are like that. Like my mom's like that. My family is always overprotective all the time because they're scared of the world. Sometimes they can be scared of the world. Sometimes my dad's death has affected my family's mental health problems because grief and loss. Whenever I told you death, loss of a loved one or someone close, and yeah, it's just a bad situation. We have no father because when you have no father, it's a big deal, especially for sons. Having no father is just awful for people, especially men and African American. Yeah. I barely got to do a lot of cool things in school. I barely did because of my mental health. I don't know. If my father was under 40 or 35, I wouldn't have autism. But no, I had to get it. That stings for me. I'm very sensitive. And I heard autism and ADHD can increase the risk of suicide thoughts, which is something I don't want to do. I don't want to do that because I just want to stay alive. Okay, so I live in my mother's house because I don't have money to move. I wish I could move out, but I have a gaming channel. I would try moving out. I don't know, probably not. But I would just stay here. I would just focus on staying here because those houses and apartments are just too expensive, and you have to pay rent. If I only if I only had a lot of money in my bank and my YouTube account, my game channel, I would just use it. Now, because there's probably if these kids is from my school who moved out already, especially when their fathers allow them to. Okay, but I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but it's just what I had to say. But when my dad died, this has caused my family to be scared of the world. Maybe my dad didn't die, my family wouldn't be scared of the world. Having a history of depression can increase the risk of depression issues, scare of the world. And I want to talk to you about my sister. My sister has been dealing with panic issue. My sister has been dealing with panic issues since she was younger. Yeah, she has a history. She has a history of panic issues and mood problems. My brother had a history of yelling like that. He has a history of yelling and overprotective issues. And as for me, no, I've been dealing with stress issues since I was younger. Like I told you. Yeah, people out there, those teachers out there in school, they're just being tough and yelling all the time. Yeah, Burton Middle School was kind of dumb. Yeah, being in middle school, it was just kind of dumb. The schools were just too strict. You couldn't be on your phones in the hallway. But high school wasn't like that. Duncanville High School was probably the worst one. Same with Garrett and Lawrence School. Canterbury, that was the worst school they could ever be. Because we were born to have strict schools like this. We were born like this. Me and Garrett and Lauren could have a better school like that in the first place, but we were too unlucky. Lucky for me, the schools weren't just too strict on me. Otherwise, things would have gotten worse for me. My mental health could have been worse, and could have increased the risk of suicide thoughts. There's too many kids who are doing so many kids out there have dealt with traumatic events. Yeah, traumatic events are just everywhere, people. Traumatic events. Because traumatic events are just everywhere. I just noticed that. I want to talk about how autism and ADHD can affect your life. When you have autism, how a man who is over the age of 35 or 40 can, right, and trying to get their loving women pregnant, how can that affect the risk of a baby of having autism? I mean, having autism is just a father who is over the age of 40 are more likely to give their children an autism like that. I mean, having older parents increases autism spectrum. And ADHD, having alcohol or smoking can cause ADHD. When the mother is smoking, when the woman is smoking like that, or drinking alcohol, that can cause ADHD. I don't know about that. People who have that are just like that. Suffering ADHD. People who do that, people who have autism and ADHD, they just have a high risk of struggling. Insensitive. I barely got treatment. I barely did. I barely got medications. I barely did. Honestly, I barely did. Honestly, I barely did. I really should have gotten ADHD medication years ago. And what happens when people with autism and ADHD grow up with that? I don't know. I haven't read the old Wikipedia, but the point is I've been doing stress when I was younger, autism stress, because I was being scared too much. I was being frightened. I was very sensitive too much. It's I don't know, level 1 or level 2. There are parents who don't. There are parents, especially mothers who don't. There are parents, especially mothers, don't understand people who have autism and ADHD. That's why they're acting worse. They get so violent. Dads act like they do. Fathers act like that too, but not the most. I mean, there's some parents who hate them. Yeah, they have personality disorders. Of course, they have that. I mean, there are kids there are autistic kids who deal with neglect. I mean, so many autistic people have been neglected all the time. They get neglected, and they have issues with, and they have relationship issues with that. I mean, having autism spectrum can affect your relationships like that. I mean, when you do something wrong and criticism, you just feel upset like that. Okay. My dad's age was the main reason why I got this disorder, because he was over the age of 40 and 35. Having older parents can increase the risk of that, like I said to you before. That's just it. And so, yeah. I still live in my mom's. I don't know when I probably might move out in the future. I don't know, because I don't know. I never even got to move out in the first place. I don't know. It's a long story. I don't want to go much detail about it. I don't want to. So yeah. And goodbye. And some parents don't even want their adult children to live with them anymore because they don't want to. They just straight disown them when they're adult children. They just do, because it's probably when they don't care about them. Adult children cut off their parents because their parents don't care about them. Some parents don't care about them. You're not a young child. You're not a baby anymore. You're not a child anymore. You're not a teenager. Adult children who grow up with older parents won't even care about them anymore. Yeah, aging parents. Yeah, parents won't even care about anything anymore. They don't care about anything. Especially single mothers. They don't care. Especially single mothers. They don't care about anything. So many parents there don't care about anything because they have mental health problems. Some parents have mental health problems, just like kids do, but worse. They're older. Some parents have no respect for certain human beings. They get less loving care, and that's just what they do. That's what they do. Okay? Yeah. Because because when you struggle with mental health, it increases suicide thoughts. There's too many people who get anxiety illnesses and depression. There's too much disrespect and panic issues and mood issues too. Having those disorders can have stress in their body, and that can increase the risk of diseases and stuff, like having cancer or a heart disease or a stroke, or other diseases, emphysema and stuff, aneurysms and blood clots. I've never had cancer in my life. I never did. Near did my mother or my brother or sister, but my nana did. She had breast cancer years ago. It was at stage 1. She had no symptoms. Yeah, and she could have lost her life. She didn't feel anything, but she felt a lump, and she got rid of it, and she's fine. And she was in the hospital again. She was in the hospital again 2 years ago because hypertension. Her blood pressure was unstable. And 2 years ago, my mom had a mini stroke. My mother had a mini stroke when she was just 58. It was in 2023, so yeah, she could have died, and luckily it wasn't a major stroke, and that put stress into me, my brother, my sister, and my aunt Jackie too. That put stress into them. She felt a headache. I would never expect her to have a mini stroke like that. That put stress into me. I don't know. age. She was over the age of 50. Mini strokes probably increase when you're 50 years and older. She wasn't smoking. She wasn't smoking. That's what you're going to say. If that's what you're going to ask me in the comments. She wasn't smoking. It was her age. And she had stress. She's been doing stress. Yes. She's been doing stress. That's why she got that. Stress increases the risk of strokes, remember? Along with heart attacks. Yeah. It's true. It's true because people are doing there's a lot. And years ago when I was younger, I had an allergy reaction. I had an allergy reaction. And I almost died. I was eating brownie with walnuts and I could have died. I was allergic to it. I almost died. I could have died. And I'm still alive though at 22 years old. And I don't know when I died. I got that when I was like 13 or 14 or 15. I don't know. Back then my nana used to suffer an allergic reaction too, and she could have died also. Yeah, allergic reactions can increase when aging too, because people have allergy disorders. Walnut disorder. My nana has allergy disorders too. There are people who deal with allergy disorders. Allergy disorders are just that. Allergy disorders are just a mess. Okay? When you have allergy disorders, it's just bad for you. You just can't eat the things you have. I heard some child had so many allergy disorders that he can only eat 7 in food. And I heard a child has all allergy disorder, all food allergy disorders, and she couldn't eat anything, and she probably starved. That is rare. Having all allergy disorder, having all food allergy disorders is extremely rare. It's uncommon in Caucasians. People are dying of allergy reactions. Like I heard an influencer died from that last year at 34 or was it 37? I don't know. People are dying. Like I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I heard from my brother everyone dies. William said that too. Well, I eat a balanced diet. I do. I eat a balanced diet. Okay, a balanced diet. So I can barely get cancer. I barely get cancer. There are people who get cancer in their 20s and 30s, and heart attacks in their 20s and 30s. Like players who get cardiac arrest in their 20s. It's just awful. Yeah. I'm trying to manage all that fast food I was eating was just too much. Me and my brother had that too many times, and we could have gotten heart attacks and cancer years ago. Yeah. My mother has been dealing with health issues since the past. She had health issues. She had it overprotective. Yeah, balanced diet. She has been doing frightful issues. Yeah, she's scared of the world. I don't know why. I don't know why does she have to be scared of the world? Because my father's death. Yeah, I did say my father's death has affected her. Losing him. Having no father increases the risk of overprotective mothers. They're scared of the world. And it causes more arguments with their children. Children argue with their single mothers, especially daughters. It causes more drama and stress. Yeah, the stress with overprotective parents are just too much. There's too much yelling and disrespect. And somebody said single fathers are better than single mothers because how they act. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that really is true. But I don't want to go much detail. And yeah, if you have autism and ADHD or something else, a mental health problem, you're doing mental health issues, you should seek therapy. Do not try do not try to commit suicide, especially anxiety and depression, or other disorders are like that. If you have autism or ADHD, you will be having a high risk of suicide thought, which is something I have, and I know better than that not to commit suicide. I don't want to do that to myself because it's not worth it, and I would try to stay alive longer because I'm almost 23. My birthday is about a month. Yeah, and I'm not going to destroy myself. I'm not going to destroy myself like that because it's just dangerous. Because I turned 22 last year, and I'm about to turn 23 this year soon. And I turned 21 in 2023, I think. Yeah, I was already 20 in 2022, and I finished high school at 19 years old in 2021, which was 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Yeah. All my friends all did that too. I don't know. I don't even know. COVID-19 was a total pain. My senior year was so hard for me. Things were so hard for me since I had to do virtual school in 2020. The stress with me in virtual school was just too much. I mean, things have been so tough. I had to do tough things without being in school. COVID-19 was just too much. And furthermore, TikTok was banned this year because the U.S. government had Chinese hacking problems. Yeah, the U.S. government has been so tough. There are people out there who are being so tough. Yeah, being so tough can have impact on yourself. Stress, being tough, who be yelling and being tough. I mean, so many people cut off ties with each other because they were so tough on each other. Note, I still hate toxic people. Toxic people who are being tough. And some people don't want to apologize for being so tough on them years ago. And yeah, it's not too late to start over. You can start a new life if you can. There are people who are influencers and they earn money online, and some people who just don't want to be influencers because they're scared of social media. Social anxiety is just too much. I mean, they have dealt with so much problems like homework. That homework or stress my mental health out, along with Garrett and brother. And we got my Garrett. Wait, what am I talking about? That homework every day from Canterbury every school will stress out my brother and my sister's mental health out. There's no way they should have been enrolled to that school. I mean they should have been enrolled to a different school years ago. It's too late for that. I probably should have been enrolled to a different school years ago. But no, I guess not. I mean, some kids were born by tough schools like that. Some kids have stress out issues like that. Some people have dealt with stress out issues years ago, and they have arguments with their parents. They have arguments with their parents and their teachers. They have arguments with adults. They just keep on yelling. Some people just keep on yelling. Yelling is just too much. Yelling all the time. Yelling. Like your parents who keep yelling is just too much. Yelling hurts. I mean, their parents don't understand you. They just like predicting. They just keep predicting their failures. Their mother's always after you, and your dad's always on your back. That's just too much. I really hate when these parents stress out their children. I really hate when these parents be tough on them. I mean, a lot of kids who do it stress out issues didn't commit any serious crimes whatsoever. They just fight. They're kids. They're kids who get bullied in school, and their parents are failing to discipline them. The adults act like ignorant muffins. They just do. And these parents would go on to apologize to their kids for being so tough on them. Yeah, and I'm sorry for yelling. Yeah, and some parents just went too far, and they just cut off ties with their parents. These kids cut off their parents. It's just boundaries. Yeah, these parents just don't want to be sitting with them anymore. That's just it. Just be careful with yourself. Don't be tough on yourself. Just if your parents don't care about them, you should retire your parents and just cut them off. And like become a millionaire. And some of you grown up without a dad in your life, or a mom. Most likely you've been growing up without a dad. If you have an absent father, I feel bad for you. Your father either left or he died. Like my dad passed away in a car crash. Yeah, I had to be born without having a dad. That's why I didn't see him in the hospital. And your dad left before you were a teenager, and your dad left before you even done being in school as a teenager. Yeah, divorce happens. Yeah, but your parents keep fighting too much because they have dealing with financial issues and material issues and mental health problems and drug addicted. They just yell. They have toxic arguments, toxic relationships, like personality disorders such as antisocial and borderline. Okay, and anxiety illnesses. I mean, there's too many people who have mental health issues. There's too many genetic mutations like that. Too many genetic mutation disorders. It's just everywhere, people. That's just all it is. And yeah, so that's clearly what I have to say, alright? That's all to say, okay? I have autism spectrum disorder and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. That's all to say, okay? That's all about me. Yeah. So goodbye. I just want to say goodbye. Goodbye. Alright? And I'm a vlogger, gamer, animator, and a podcaster. I don't do vlogs that much anyway. Because how much? Because I have no car. And I live at home all the time. And I barely do podcasts. And the only thing I concentrate is gaming. I do gaming a lot because I have I have a 4K capture card. Which is this right here. I have this 4K capture card right here. I use this to record my gaming videos on there. I'm a gaming channel. And I have this blue cord right here. I use that. And I have the HDMI cords to do that. This 4K capture card is treatable, and it's cheaper than anything. It's from either Walmart, Best Buy, or Amazon. I don't know. It could be from Walmart because this is cheaper, and I can use the headset here. It's just easy. 4K capture cards are cool, and I just love 4K capture cards. And it's better than when I recorded my gaming videos on my iPhone years ago. I started doing that when I was like in 2018. I did that. I was like 15 or 16 years old when I did that. And I barely even talked on there. I didn't even say anything because I was recording my videos in non-commentary. Yeah, non-commentary. Yeah, because no offense, but it's better than that because you can see your videos better because there are people who have capture cards. Like I've seen people with capture cards. They record with their capture cards on their gaming devices years ago because I saw their gaming channels like Zach Scott's. He's done this and other gamers. Because they have OBS Studio to do that. And I edit my gaming videos on CapCut because they're good. I edit my videos on CapCut because it's good to do that. Alright? You understand that? Because editing your videos on CapCut is good, and you think. Because you get to do it. I increase the volume because editor. People edit their edit podcasting videos, CapCut videos. They edit their podcasting videos, vlogging videos. The same gaming videos. They could possibly edit their animating videos, which I have. Story making. It's just cool. I just do. I mean, having this 4K capture card is better than using my phone. I record myself with my phone, and I have no 4K camera or something, because if I had a 4K camera, and I have no webcam to do that because I record my gaming videos faceless, and because that webcam on my laptop kind of sucks because it's too blurry. I have to have a 4K 4K camera anyway. If I have that I would be able to see better. And I do need a new phone because I do need a new phone because this phone is just stink. Because there's no 4K with it. Because I was too obsessed with the phone with the closing button, with the button on it, because I just liked it, because I was being too hard on myself about it. I was being too hard and tough. I kind of feel bad. Maybe if I had money in my bank account, I can get one. And I have game systems. One of my game systems don't work. My Wii. I would try buying one. I would want to buy one with my money. Money if I get online monetization. Well, I'm under. Well, on my gaming channel, I'm under 1,000 subscribers and under 4,000 watch time hours and under 10 million short views on my gaming channel. I have to do something, and it's going to take a lot of days for me to do that. And I haven't been active all the time because of my mental health. I've been so lazy all the time. I've been doing my mental health is just not. It's just acting out of control. I just don't know why. But I can't give up my career. A lot of people have successful careers on their YouTube channel because they don't stop doing that. And some people just stop being on YouTube because they're older. Probably when I get too old, I might have to stop being an influencer, because age, because of age. Some elderly seniors are still YouTubers like that because they just still act on social media like that. Social media can kill you. Just be careful with it. Social media could have mental health problems on you, especially young minors. I don't know. I barely had social media problems. I barely did when I was a teenager. I had an iPhone from when I was like 14 or 15. I don't know, because I didn't get one at 12 or 13 because my mom was overprotective about it. Yeah, remember I used to say my mom was always overprotective all the time. Some of you guys have parents who are overprotective all the time. Some of you guys have parents who are overprotective all the time. Overprotective parents are just too much, especially moms. Yeah. But I'm very proud of myself for getting a phone. I was very proud of myself for getting a phone years ago, at 14 or 15. I don't know. Yeah, and I did. But I'm fine with this iPhone 7 Plus. Well, I would get a new iPhone soon, and I also have an Apple Watch. I got an Apple Watch in 2020. Yeah, my mom was overprotective about that too. I break stuff too much. I don't know because I'm not careful. Because my mental health problems is just too much. I don't know. I really wish if I seen a therapist to see what's wrong with my mental health and problems. If this is how I'm going to be, because it's just bad. Because having mental health problems is just too much. There's too much less skill. There's too much less skill into me. I just don't know why. Maybe if I didn't have these mental disorders, I would be normal. I wouldn't have these issues. But no, I had to be born with like this. Genetic problem, genetic failures. My genetics mutated too much. Genetic mutations just happen all over people. Genetic mutations. You understand that? But I can move on with my life with that. I can move on with that. That's just obvious. And not to mention I have this microphone here. Because this microphone is cool. I use that for my gaming videos and my podcasting too. And I also have a lavalier microphone. I would use that for my vlogging videos. There. Ow. Oh shoot. My feet kind of hurts because I was standing on it too hard on the floor. Yeah. guessing that's all. I'm guessing that's all to say. Of course. It's all to say, of course. It's getting hot out there. Yeah. It's getting hot out there. I just realized that. Alright. So yeah, I'm done. Okay. Goodbye, and have a great day. Okay, goodbye. Alright. I just want to say thank you. That's all. This is my message I had to say. Alright. So goodbye. Alright. That's all to say. Goodbye. This is Grant Andrew Henson leaving out. Goodbye.